Hello, today we will be analyzing Frank and Margarita from The Amazing Race Season 1, and we will be focusing on their aggression, specifically their communicative aggression. So let's start with Frank. In episode 11, there is a roadblock where one of them has to eat something. So they go back and forth on who's going to do it. Margarita finally says, I'll do it, you know? Later on, we do find out why she wanted to do it. It is because Frank had an upset stomach. But when she finds out that she has to eat the food they had just bought previously at the market, and she has to eat all of it, she kind of regrets her decision and kind of says, maybe I shouldn't have. This is the first example where Frank then uses that communicative aggression towards her, where he starts to say, I bet you feel stupid, moron. This is an example of degrading by name calling. So now we're going to move on to Margarita in episode 12. For some reason, she wants to be the main one making all the decisions. So we have a small example at the beginning of the episode where we don't have a lot of insight, but we do know that Frank says something along the lines with, "We're supposed to be a team. Why can't you talk up to me about it? Why can't we talk? Why can't I talk?" Something along those lines. We're supposed to be a team. This lets me know that she is using this behavior. But my main example would be when they're in the Beijing airport and they're trying to get to Alaska. But instead of taking the San Francisco flight, how Frank suggests Margarita wants to take the one to LA. And he keeps suggesting the same thing. They should take the San Francisco one. Sounds like the better one. And she completely ignores him, completely just doesn't acknowledge him at all. And finally, he's just like, okay, we'll do, what you want to do. This is an example to me of her dominating because she's been doing it since the beginning of the episode with the taxi, with the flight. So that's another example of that communicative aggression by dominating what is going to happen. So, what I suggest for Frank is that he needs to work on his companionate love. He needs a stable and constant love for Margarita, not to just blow up on her because she made a decision that she later regretted. And for Margarita, she really needs to work on her high conversation orientation because remember, the main reason, besides the $1 million that they did this, was to work on their family. They are separated parents, so they wanted to work on their family. So she definitely needs to be able to let Frank express himself freely in his opinions without her completely ignoring him or just like, trying to dominate everything that they do together.